Good morning, KELOLAND. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
An attempted break-in at an apartment led to a shots-fired incident over the weekend in southwest Sioux Falls. Police say a man tried to break into the apartment where people were inside on Valhalla Boulevard just before 5 a.m. Saturday. Police say someone else fired a weapon in connection to the incident.
Officers arrested the man who faces several charges, including burglary. They say he was not armed. Police aren't providing information about the person who fired the gun. No one was hurt. We expect to learn more about the incident during this morning's police briefing. You can watch it live right here on KELOLAND.com starting at 10:30. A Missouri man was arrested after a weekend traffic stop in Beersford. Alcester police say an officer was helping Beersford police with a traffic stop around 2:15 Saturday morning. As they approached, law enforcement smelled burnt marijuana coming from a silver SUV. After two passengers got out, the driver sped off, narrowly missing two officers.
Authorities pursued with speeds reaching over 100 miles an hour. The SUV was eventually stopped near the Vermilion off-ramp, but the driver had run on foot. That afternoon, someone called in saying the suspect was walking through groves and fields. While searching an acreage, Alcester police found the suspect lying down in a bean field. He was arrested and taken to the Union County Jail. A teenager is dead after a four-wheeler collided with a semi east of Stickney. South Dakota Department of Public Safety says it happened just after 3 o'clock Friday afternoon. A four-wheeler was heading east when it slid around a corner and into the path of a northbound semi.
The 15-year-old driver of the four-wheeler was thrown from the vehicle. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The 22-year-old driver of the semi was not hurt.
Meanwhile, one man is dead after a weekend crash south of Spearfish. The South Dakota Department of Public Safety says it happened just after 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon. A motorcycle was westbound when it entered a curve and left the road.
The 43-year-old driver was thrown from the bike. He later died at a Spearfish hospital. South Dakota's Highway Patrol is investigating the crash.
Well, now let's go to check out our forecast with meteorologist Scott Munt. Seeing summer-like temps today, Scott.
Oh, that we will. Plenty of sunshine to go around, starting with some fog in eastern and southeastern KELOLAND. Sunshine this afternoon. Temperatures back to the 80s and 90s, and along with that, I think we'll have thicker humidity. Dew point temperatures, you'll notice those going up as well, probably returning to the 60s. We have cooler weather on the way. More details on that coming up here in just a couple of minutes.
Thank you, Scott. Coming up later this morning, the South Dakota Board of Educational Standards is set to hold its first of 4 public hearings concerning new proposed social studies standards. A report of more than 120 pages was released last month. The first public hearing will be held at 9 o'clock this morning in Aberdeen at the Dakota Event Center. For the public hearings, up to 90 minutes for proponents and 90 minutes for opponents will be allowed, and each speaker will be allowed to speak for up to 4 minutes.
Any remaining speakers will be placed on registration for the next hearing, which is set to be in Sioux Falls on November 21st. KELOLAND's Carter Schmidt will be at the public hearing. You can stay updated with our coverage on air and online. Members of the South Dakota Hispanic Chamber of Commerce hosted their second flea market in Sioux Falls Saturday.
Vendors from throughout the Sioux Falls area sold food, clothing, and other items at the market. Vendors were pleased with the public show of support for Hispanic businesses in the community.
You know, it's been great seeing everybody come together and seeing all the food, all the typical traditional clothing, bringing the whole Hispanic community out. It's been great.
The South Dakota Hispanic Chamber of Commerce formed last year and is affiliated with the National Hispanic Chamber of Commerce based in Washington, D.C., which has 250 member groups around the country. You'll want to be sure to watch next weekend when we air our Hispanic Heritage Month special. Program airs September 24th and 25th on KELO TV. Well, plenty of purple bathed downtown Sioux Falls on Saturday for the Walk to End Alzheimer's. KELOLAND's own Tom Hansen emceed the event.
Participants began the mile walk from the Levitt to the Falls Park after planting their flowers in the Levitt lawn. The organization has raised more than $175,000 of the $255,000 goal. Their hope is to one day cure Alzheimer's.
Having Alzheimer's in your family, whether you're living with the disease or you're caring for someone that you love, it is an incredibly difficult journey. It often makes you feel very alone, and we want people to know that they're not alone, that we're here to walk with them.
Though the walk is over, you can still donate to the cause until December 15th on the Alzheimer's Association website. Right down the street from Eugene Field Elementary, students have been growing their own produce.
Dozens of 4th and 5th graders have spent all summer waiting for their vegetables to grow. And on Friday, it was finally time to harvest everything. The kids couldn't contain their excitement. Now they're offering advice to other gardeners.
Just so you know, it might take a lot of time, so you might want to start it in the spring because that's when everything's warming up and the ground's getting softer, and that's when it's like the perfect time to plant. Also, it gets a lot more sun than in the winter, how there's always clouds.
Many of the students said they hope to take what they learned from this project and plant their own gardens in the future.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Scott Muntz. Scott?
All right, good morning, everybody. We have mostly sunny skies in our forecast for today. Along with it, temperatures in the 80s and 90s. Winds will be a little stronger, I think, as we do go through the day today from the south and southeast. That will help bring in some warmer temperatures and thicker humidity as dew point temperatures return to the middle 60s. We'll have a slow increase in cloud cover for tomorrow. And then by Wednesday, we will have to watch maybe for a couple of scattered showers. We see that lining up in western South Dakota, eventually into eastern and southeastern KELOLAND. We have another hit of rain, not Thursday, but on Friday. We'll have to watch to see if we get showers or thunder showers going on Friday ahead of those temperatures returning to the 70s for afternoon high. So I think over the next week and a half, our best chance for the rain will be Wednesday and Friday, and that 2-day total will reach around a quarter to maybe ½ inch in western South Dakota, and these areas will probably change. Right now we have a very thin strip of moisture there north of Rapid City, and we have these scattered showers here across eastern South Dakota as well. That may add up to about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch. And the weekend is looking dry. Temperatures probably in the 70s on Saturday. Some may hit the lower 80s. And on Sunday, we're looking at dry skies with temperatures once again into the 70s. But in the meantime, today it will feel like summer. Numbers in the 80s and 90s. And while you're here online, you can always check the details of the 7-day forecast. Enjoy your Monday.